everybody, this is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida, and I'm here with another home tour for you. Probably one of the things we hear the most often is somebody sees a shot like this on a live feed or a video on our YouTube channel, and they immediately say, oh my gosh, your cages are so small. Instead of doing any of their own research, they just kind of go on believing that that's true, and it couldn't be further from the truth. So I have started this series specifically to show you guys that our cats have a ton of space, and this is a big one. There are two bobcats, Max and MaryAnn, that live in this enclosure. We are just at the starting point, so yes, I agree. If I'm only looking at this scene, it doesn't look like the cat has a lot of space, and it doesn't look like a very enriching environment. Couldn't be further from the truth. So what I'm gonna do is walk around their entire enclosure. It's about the length of a football field. And we are going to see all of the natural enrichment that they have. So you can see on the inside of this cage that they have access to trees and shrubs. There's palmettos. There's tree stumps that are still upright. There's some laying on the ground. I mean, that is a massive tree right there. So for cats that have claws, this is a very exciting enclosure. Lots of places to hide. You can see that the walls kind of curve in and out. That is done purposely. It helps withstand winds. These are 4x4 galvanized steel enclosures. And we're in Florida, and we've been here for 29 years, and there's a lot of hurricane seasons, 29 to be exact. And so we've built our enclosures in a way where they can withstand that type of pressure. So this is a really fun area, lots of places to hide and for them to use their camouflage. I bet you didn't even see Max laying over there. So there's Max Bobcat enjoying a nap amongst his palmetto stumps. They have a very large cage, so we're gonna keep walking because it's gonna take us a minute. So you can see even more natural enrichment, things for them to hide under, walk on, scratch on. Here's a shot back from where we just came from. So you can see that there's a tunnel right there that leads them into another section. We will be walking around that for you to see. They have a big platform here. Multiple layers and levels. They can play under it, they can get on top of it, they can get to the very, very top of it. As we keep going, they've got even more things to play on. Up here is where their Koolaroo Beds are. Our amazing supporters got together and made sure that every single small cat here at Big Cat Rescue, here's Max and MaryAnn, little cutie pies that live together here. And so they have these Koolaroo Beds. So it's a mesh bed that's kind of raised up off the ground. It really allows for a nice cool breeze to flow under it. And if you know Max and MaryAnn, you know they love these. They play on them, they play under them. Sometimes I think it's home base for tag. So some more natural trees over here. They also, because not all bobcats hate the water, most of them are really great swimmers, but they actually do have a swimming pool. And this water is constantly circulating. And it comes from right over there. You're gonna see that there are some solar panels and then our big lake. And so solar power is what powers all of these ponds. So that is the outtake there, flowing back out to the lake, and then here is the intake here. And we've created these ponds to look as natural as possible. So it's not gonna look like an actual clear water or blue water swimming pool. It's gonna look like a pond. And here's a view back towards their Koolaroos. They have somewhat of a lake view if they're over in this area. It's a very bright morning, so lots of sunshine. So right over here, you're gonna see another small little tunnel area. We use these types of systems in case we need to shift them to one area of the cage over another. If we want them to be on this side, all we have to do is close these doors, and then we could actually go into this side to access anything that we need to go in there for, and vice versa. And we can do that from these types of safety entrances here. So it's a double door system. You can see there's a lock right here. There's a door with a lock to go either in that direction or over in that direction if needed. Again, it's all about why would we be going in there. Usually it's to replace something like a platform or fix a door if we can't do it from the outside. This is the backside view of Max's feeding lockout. And then he also has access to this large den when he's waiting on breakfast. So there's an entrance on this side and on the other side. These are wonderful. They're made of concrete and wire, and they're awesome because the cats can be inside. It keeps them cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter, but they can also hang out on top of them. These two are awesome at play fighting, so they are always being a bit rambunctious. So this is a lot of different places where they can hide and run around. So this is Max's feeding lockout. He just had breakfast, so any minute now cleaners will be coming around. We dump their water bowls every day, scrub those out. We clean their food plate, which is that cement slab there on the ground. There's a layer of chicken wire around the enclosure, and that is just to help keep any kind of birds or vultures from trying to steal food from the cats. You can see that there is a ceramic tile on top of his water bowl that helps keep, you can see that there's leaves on his food plate, but none in his water bowl, and that's what that ceramic tile is for. Back around. So now we're just seeing the same area we saw before, but from the opposite side. We're about to go into a new section, so there's that big platform again. Usually that's where MaryAnn is, so I'm curious to find out where she's hanging out. This is another safety entrance in order to access these sections over here. They have another really big earth den, similar to the one we just saw, so there's a door on both sides. They can play inside or on top. This is MaryAnn's lockout. This is where she likes to eat. So another feeding block, water bowl, guillotine door in case we ever need to close it or not. We have this big, this is one of the favorites. They play over here in this section on this tree stump a lot. You can see that they have Christmas trees. We do all kinds of seasonal enrichment, including pine trees every year. It's always a big hit with Max. So we are just walking around the other side now. Yet another safety entrance to access these back bubbles. So they do have a variety of toys. There's different boomer balls and donuts and different things that they can play with. These two get a ton of actual paper enrichment, like spice bags, perfume tubes, things like that. Here is a tree stump den, which they don't really use unless it's for hide and seek because they have those two huge concrete dens that you saw. So we're walking this enclosure as if I was a cleaner. So the cleaners carry these long 6-foot metal poles that have a hook on the end, and we walk every inch of every enclosure every single day. And then a double checker will come back around and double check and make sure the first group didn't miss anything. We're always looking for, feces or old enrichment, anything that we can pull to the side and pull out using barbecue tongs. There's a MaryAnn. MaryAnn using her den. Hi, lady. So Max and MaryAnn do live together. They were introduced when they were fairly young. They're both spayed and neutered because we do not do any breeding at Big Cat Rescue. We don't believe in breeding for life in cages. So they just live happily together. She's gonna be a typical cat, not look at us. She's like, I have a full belly and I was napping. Hi, pretty. Okay, we're gonna keep walking. You got such a big cage. So we're just on the back side now, back over to that original big platform that we saw. So this is what our keepers do every single day. We're approaching Max again. I don't want to startle him. All right, sneak on by there. And so we are almost back to where we started. So you're just kind of seeing from every angle. And they have access all the way to this guillotine door that's down right here. So I hope this helps people understand that, you know, again, this one shot, if the cat was right here and this is what you saw, we totally understand why you think that's probably all the cat has, because unfortunately, that is the life of most captive big cats. So you're right, most places do not give adequate you know, enrichment and enriching homes, but I beg to differ that we are different. So thank you so much for following this home tour series. You can find all of them at dailybigcat.com if you're interested in any of the other cats. This was Max and MaryAnn Bobcat today. And if you guys are interested in learning more about our cages in general, just check out bigcatrescue.org/cages.